Hello, welcome to my channel if for the first time. Welcome back if you've been following. So first I want to say thank you. We've reached 700 subscribers. So thank you. I know that's all you guys sharing my content. So thank you. Yeah. Second, we'll get into the book. So how I do this is I normally first give you some tips that I give every video in case this is your first video that you've been watching. Then I kind of go through like certain questions I would ask and certain words that I would define. And then, yeah, I give a rating to the book. 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe by Jane Cabrera. So first, some tips. As always, you want to make sure, sorry, my hair is being weird, guys. Okay. Now when you're reading, you read with your finger, okay? It helps them in tracking print. We don't think about this, but before they can read, they need to know how to use a book, right? So that we go from left to right, top to bottom, right? You know how to read. They need to know how to do that. So it's helpful if you read with your finger. Make sure they're holding it correctly, right? Like obviously I'm holding it backwards because I'm holding it to you, but make sure they know, oh, this is the cover, this is the back. And I open it and turn one page at a time. I always start on the left page and I go from left to right, right? Like those are all skills that you can be working on with them before they start reading. This basically is the song, right? That you know. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, kind of. It's a little different. This one I might only read a couple times. I mean, you could do 3. So one way that you could use this book and ask questions is focusing on number recognition. Every page is going to have numbers, right? Oh, which is kind of your labeling. What number is that one? What number is that one? So one read, you can focus on numbers, right? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. They'll have 2 shoe. So that's the second time I read. I would work on rhyming words. It is a literacy skill that helps children with reading. So you could just say 2 shoe. Do those sound the same or different, right? And go that way, focusing on the rhyming words. There are little chicks. There's 4 chicks on each page. They never get more. One way you could also read this is by not asking, well, I guess the question you asked is, can you count the chicks? And every page you count the chicks. Now they're only going to get to 4, but it's a good way to just repetitively practice counting. Another way you can make the book more interactive is when you're reading, actually do the actions. Like buckle my shoe, you can make them pretend to buckle the shoe. It's just a way to make it more interactive for them. Naughty, they may not know naughty, just you can explain that naughty is doing something that you know you shouldn't do, but you do it anyway. 3, 4, run out the door. So again, number recognition on this page. You could have them run in place. Do high kicks. You can have them do high kicks. Again, number recognition. You can say what number is that one, what number is that one. If you could read it a couple times and focus on one number for each page. Like maybe like, okay, this time I'm going to focus on 5. But yeah. And then the chicks say something on each page. You can also label, again, labeling questions. Like, what is that? Oh, it's a gate. You can also label verbs like, what is the bunny doing? And they could be like, jumping over the gate, right? You can also ask recall questions. I know, like, you're probably like, okay. So 7, 8, jump over the gate. What did the bunny do? Because you just read it, right? So now you could always do that. So maybe the first time you're like, okay, we're going to focus on number recognition and just labeling things. Because number recognition is like labeling the numbers. Maybe the second time you can ask recall questions and focus on the rhyming words. And then the third time you can focus on counting the chicks. And then questions that relate to them. Like, do you have any chickens? Do you like to jump over things, right? This one, dig and delve. They may not know what delve is, but you can just explain that's getting really, really deep. And then you could be like, oh, do you have a garden, right? Those are some questions. Again, 11 and 12, you can number recognition. You could also ask on this page, like, what do you see in the garden, right? Labeling things. What is the hen using, right? Just labeling things. This one, you could ask what animals. You could also label the animals. So before you start, what animal is this? What animal is this? Again, number recognition, rhyming words, 14, snorting. They're trying to make that rhyme. This one, you could ask, where are they? That one might be a little harder. What foods do you see in the kitchen? You could get them labeling food. Again, counting the chicks, and then there's numbers, so you could have them do the numbers. All awaiting, right? So what are the pigs? What are the pigs doing waiting? And then you can even ask, what do you think they're waiting for? Like, what are you normally waiting for when you sit at the table, right? Those are all questions. For this one in the kid, you could be like, have you ever cooked anything with your mom or dad or grandma or anybody? Labeling things, right? So you could ask, oh, what are these? What are these? Oh, so it looks like it's a party, and see if they can label it's a party. Number recognition, 20, party, those are supposed to be rhyming words. So again, you can do rhyming words. You could ask, like, what would you like to do at your birthday party? Giggles, they may not know giggles is another word for laugh. And it says, but where can those little chicks be? So you could be like, where do you think they are? Do you think they're under the table? Do you think they're in the hats? Right? Give them ideas if they're not getting it. And then, oh, look. So there's only one page that you can't count the chicks. That's always a good thing. I, surprise, right? Rhyming words. And then this page gives you specifically something new. Now, count the balloons, 1 to 20. They may not know what a plenty is, so just a plenty means there's lots of them. Really helps if you know the purpose of this book, and you can tell the purpose of this book really is helping them count. So I would probably with this stick do less of the questions and more focusing on the numbers and the counting. I'm going to give this a 4.5 because it does go to 20. And that makes it a little harder for like kids 3 and under. Does that make sense? So any child 4.25, at least in preschool standards, are probably working on counting 20 to just 20 verbally and counting 10. So I think when I did it with my 3-year-olds, like if I read this, I stopped at 10. So know that that is also an option if you just want to stop at number 10. So that's why I personally didn't like it, but it is good because say your 3-year-old can already count to 10, then you can keep going and have them expand. But yeah, this is a cute little book. Not too many words to define. But yeah, I would focus most on getting them recognizing numbers and counting. But yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for following. This is a really cute book that I bought for the purpose of doing it as like a small group with me where I could practice just counting with them. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, hit the notification button, because why not? I'm pretty consistent. Mondays and Wednesdays are a child's book, kind of walking through how to read it. Saturday is my books. I would love to hear from you. Especially if you read this particular book. If you have another version of 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe, I would love to know that. And any other recommendations that go with this, that'd be great. Just any comments. I love to hear from you guys. You are the best. And again, thank you. We made it to 700. So we're just going to keep going. And yeah, please share this video to somebody who needs it, because reading is so important. I'm going to say this every time. 20,000 words. Kids need to hear 20,000 words to help them with their language. So get reading. I'll see you next time. Bye.